Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. This is your girl, Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV. And this is Love and Marriage Huntsville, Kissing Cousins, season 11, episode 5. And when I tell y'all that it's something that's going to be going on, it's something that's going to be going on. So we start with Marceau getting on to Tisha about, talking about Ken and Trish business and getting into their business. And he just pretty much was telling her that you need to back up off of that and don't be getting in other people's business because what you want them to get in your business. And since and we know how Trish is, she wouldn't want nobody to get in her business, and that's why he telling her to not get in nobody else's business. And do you think in your mind that she gonna go by that? I think not, because the way that she always is, I just can't with her. And this the wrong video, y'all. Y'all, sorry. But the way that she is, honestly speaking, the way that she can't stay out of other people's business, even if she wanted to. I promise you, she can't. Even if she wanted to, she can't stay out of other people's business to save her good goddamn life. Okay? She really can't. And he just was just telling her, stop doing that, because you wouldn't want nobody to get in our business because you be having a fit, and we know that she be having a good goddamn fit about anybody being in her business and anybody being in her marriage and her business and this and this and that. And I'm like, Tisha, you need to do better, baby girl. You need to do better. When I say she needs to do better, she needs to do better. Okay? Because it don't make no goddamn sense how she just be doing too much, y'all. When I say she be doing too much, she be doing too much. And I'm like, girl, if you want people to stay out of your business, then your best bet is to stay out of other people's business. And if it ain't nothing that concern you or involve you, then what you need to do is just steer clear of that shit. Honestly speaking, that's all you got to do. That is all you have to do. Okay. All right. And I'm trying to get this off of here because we're not doing we're not doing that. So I'm finna get this video off so y'all can see me. Okay, and gracefully next. So we get into Destiny and Trish heads to Nell's house, talking about Detroit and her family. And then Trish talks about Ken in the DMs. She's being messy, and she had to be messy. That's why I'm looking like that, because she had to be good and goddamn messy and all that stuff. And I'm like, girl, stay clear. Stop doing that crap. Stop doing that shit, because that is not none of your business. And when I say it ain't none of her business, it ain't none of her goddamn business. And she needs to stay out of these people's business. Okay. All right. And then, Trish, she definitely messy, but I do know that this is a filler episode and they was just throwing stuff in here in this episode. And they was throwing stuff in the episode. So, all right. So Trish talks about how her and Ken are now back together, right? They back together. hmm And then she's talking about how they're gonna be talking about having children, and then that just did something to Dale, and she was like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You cannot have children. Get married until you get a divorce." And did y'all think that Trish was divorced? If you thought she was divorced, baby, I'm gonna tell you this. She definitely ain't divorced. Okay. I thought she was divorced my damn self. I thought she was divorced. And now I see that she's not divorced. I'm like, girl, go right the hell on now. Go on, go away. Cause you know good and damn well that you are not divorced. Okay. Whew, child, child, child. If it ain't one thing, it's a damn nother. If it ain't one thing, it's another. So we know she ain't divorced. Okay. So how she gonna get married to anybody if she ain't divorced yet? Okay. All right. And then it is, revealed that Destiny is talking to Lance. And Destiny said that it is her friend. She said Lance is her friend, right? And she said, mm-mm. I'm like, Destiny, go the hell on. Cause if that's your friend, I'm apt to believe that that's your friend, right? I believe it's your friend. But it's your friend, you say. Mm. And then Lance is a very, very busy man. And I was about to say gracefully next, and oh Lord. But Trish is talking to Lance too. And I said, so is this what's going on down in the Huntsville streets? Are y'all just down there just passing each other around and stuff like that? Now that's a gracefully next. And I said, I'm doing these notes and stuff. And I said, I just had to, tidy up and add a few parts to my notes on this Easter Sunday. And I said, oh my goodness, have mercy. Whew, gracefully next. So we get to Nell and her daughter, and they meet with Lance at Vibes, where he is gonna have his birthday party. Y'all hear that? Where he gonna have his birthday party. And I said, God damn, Lance, you can't throw your own birthday party? He can't throw his own birthday party. And my question is, why not, Lance? Why you can't throw your own birthday party? Okay. We gonna let him live, though. We gonna let him live. And the reason why we gonna let Lance live is because we know that his mother babies him. His mother babies him. Okay. So, mhm. His mama baby him. And we already know how Nell is. We know how Nell is. She babies him. That's her pride and joy, which is okay. And then he has to have it's like he got to have his mom throw his birthday party. And Nell said that Lance needs to stay home. And the reason why she said he needs to start staying at home because it was a situation where he was hanging out with the guys, right? And then he fell slash or lost his balance and he got that gash on the middle of his head. And I'm like, oh Lance, you got a gash on your head. Then it comes to the emoji that Trish sent him with the tasting emoji. And they talked about emojis and Nell don't know what an emoji is. Right. And then Lance done screenshotted the message to Destiny from Trish. Mm-hmm. Gracefully Nick, because see, he's trying to be messy. So it's the day of the party, and Lance is there, of course, and the party for Lance, excuse me. And Nell is there, and she says she happy to get out the house. And then every time I hear somebody say that they happy to get outside and get out the house, I be thinking about Cardi B because the outside thinkers saying outside things. Hey, that's my girl. Mm-hmm. And then Martell, he comes, of course, and then Destiny too. And she gets right to the drama and gets right to the mess, so she just stirring it and stirring that pot good, talking about how Tish is and talking to Ken and Tish relationship issues. And then Martell talking about not Tish, not Tisha, not Tisha, talking about somebody marriage. And moreover, Lance and Kiera show up. And now Destiny is being messy, trying to say, hey, she trying to go over there to her and say, hey, girl, hey, girl. And I'm like, don't try that, Destiny. You probably should have stayed your motherfucking ass at home. And honestly speaking, you probably should have been off this show. I gave you grace when you had the episode when you visited your family in Detroit. But listen, girl, get it together. And then Then Lance says he has to know that he be outside. And not well first. Nell want to know, are both her and Lance exclusive? Because you know Nell was gonna be missing. She had to note was Kiara and Lance exclusive because they didn't came with each other to the party. And the reason why she's asking this specifically is because they had just had that conversation. They had just talked. And I'd be goddamn if his ass is not outside with Kiera. And I mean, come on, Lance be doing a whole lot of stuff, and he, like I said, he a busy man now. And she just pretty much was saying that she want to know, are they exclusive? And Kiera wants to know, are they exclusive too? Since he be all out, then Lance says that he be at home with his kids. Then Kiera said that we all be at home with our kids. But when it's time for us to have our alone time and all that, you be at the club and you be out. So what are we doing? I said, oh, Lord have mercy. They giving it to her. Then listen to what Lance said. Then Lance says that he got her, I got you here. I got you here on like on a date and all that stuff. And I'm like, "Look, nigga, that ain't no damn date. Okay. Is you dumb or is you slow? And that is not a damn date, Lance. And that's what I was saying. And then Destiny sipping on her drink, being messy. And then Nell in the middle of it all. And then she then got mad at Lance because she said that we just had this conversation. And then it's like he playing in her face and he playing in everybody else's face. Okay. And then got mad at Lance, like I said, for not being exclusive with Kiara. Gracefully next. And Tisha gets both Ken and Tish together. And that was a bad job. Then said that he responds to a lot of DMs, and she wants to pretty much be messy and get her little scene, I guess. And then Ken shut that shit down. And Ken said that he responds to a lot of DMs for work and just for different stuff, work related. And then Ken said he not trying to be in love in the DMs. And he said, so pretty much, I'm like, girl, because you always get egg on your face, Tisha. You always get egg on your face because you think you be knowing what you be talking about, but you don't be knowing what you be talking about. Baby, you are not Melody. Okay. Gracefully next. And then back to Lance party. And he talking about the DMs with Martell, Maurice, Marceau, and Chris. Then he just needs to stop. And then Tish, she needs to stop too as well. Don't be being loose now with these immature men out down in Huntsville, honey, because that ain't the look. And we get back to Tish saying that that her fingers are a little fat, and she was trying to put a heart eyes or whatever, a heart or something like that. She said she made a mistake and put the emoji with the tongue out. I'm like, girl, shut the hell up and stop lying. Cause I done looked at my emoji several times and I don't have small fingers. But I never make the mistake and send the wrong emoji. Okay. All right. So don't be like I said. Maurice is over there because Tish saying that her fingers are fat and all that stuff. So we get back to the men, and Maurice says to Ken, put your muscles away so we can have a conversation. And then we back to the women because they wasn't talking about shit. Back to the women, and they passing around that that screenshot of that emoji like a hot potato. And I'm like, oh y'all. And then they all looking and they saying the emojis, so childish, the emojis. Gracefully next, y'all. Have a happy, happy Easter. And make sure that you do what it says, like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And I'm going to go ahead and get this video uploaded for you. And the next video that will be coming up is going to be Bell Collective. Okay? Bye until I talk to you in a split second. Bye.